because this time there's actually been a lot of time for them to practice as well with the rest. So maybe that element of surprise is not there as much as OB Neon.
I mean, I will say, I know I predicted TNC to get knocked out, but I think C has consistently been one of the more underrated regions.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be honest, like, as an NA player, we've probably been overrated at times because we're not that good. But C in particular, like, the community hasn't treated them that well.
The thing I think for the Southeast Asian players, for all of them, is that the individual skill is top tier. Like, that is super high, right? And that's amazing. But you also need that voice to bring it together, and I think that's maybe what they're kind of lacking in the scene.
Yeah, I think so for sure. When I go to play C pubs, like if I travel there for a tournament, the cores are really good.
Yeah.
And the supports aren't bad, but they're not like the.
They're probably playing support because their core role got taken or something.
Yeah. But I will say, like every C pub, like everyone in the game really wants to play the game.
They're all equally vocal, right? They're all equally like, hungry for it.
Yeah. No, they all just really want to play. It's just really nice playing pubs in that region.
You say it like such a surprise.
No, because they
want to play.
No one wants to play pubs in NA. They're doing it out of like, I don't know why.
What else do you do? Like, it's Dota or nothing. Yeah. They have to.
That's pretty funny. I'm curious to see what kind of Dota we're gonna see for this series, because both of these teams in both of these regions, well, we have seen Execration, but we haven't seen TNC for a while. What kind of Dota is coming out of them? How are they gonna drop? We have very... Okay, turns out the meta has been a bit of the same for these teams as for the wildcard teams, because we got the next Assassin Broodmother banned out, nothing surprising there.
There is
Viper Timbersaw.
Yeah, and there's no Bristleback ban actually.
Yeah,
because I think TNC, they went 5-0 with Bristleback. And they play both carry mid. It's the scariest hero for them. And EG,
they love it
into group stage. They want to try to beat it.
Yeah, I mean the Viper's already banned for TNC as well, so they already made sure that they set themselves up for success there.
The question here, like, it's either you pick Bristle now, okay, you pick AA and then TNC, it could be Bristle +1, or they just ignore it, right?
I think they should do it.
They should ignore it. Yeah.
You're coming into a group stage. You have almost no info in the last month on EG.
Yeah.
You should pick your stuff and see what works. Okay. Even if you lose this series, you will be better set up with like all knowledge and ideas wise for the rest of the group stage.
I think again there's 2 series per team, I believe, about-ish today, and the Lion Bristle opener. I think you have to stick to your guns. Play what worked before, see how you do against an international stage.
I mean, anytime you come to an international tournament, like just in Dota in general, you're betting that what you think about the game is correct.
Yeah.
You're making a wager. And generally the teams that do the best at tournaments are ones that come with strong ideas and adapt.
Yeah. The main thing is your opening, like you have to have a lot of confidence in your openings and understanding like when you enter the draft, you can't be like scared about what's next. You have to be able to go, this is what's good. No matter what they pick, we have to stick to our guns and we can't overreact too much, and they go for the TA. Surprisingly as well, EG, Arteezy's actually played some safe lane TA. In his
he plays
pubs.
a lot of
exactly.
safe lane TA.
After, of course, SA popularized it, mainly HFN on no ping. He's now been starting to play it himself, so potentially this could be the mid or safe lane.
10 seconds.
And it's pretty good for Bristleback, just that minus armor. I think both teams have some like pretty clear ideas with their draft right now. TNC is basically saying, we have Bristleback, we'll be able to run at you, and they paired with a Lion, which means that if you cannot stand and fight us, we'll be able to catch you with the Lion. It allows Bristle to right click.
Yeah, the main thing with TNC, their best strategies have either been overwhelming semi-core run at you heroes, or they've fully gone like 4 protect 1. They've never kind of met in the middle where they've kind of gone half and half. It's always been one or the other in their strats. And when I think Bristle, this is an indicator of just fight and go.
Yeah, the games where they picked 2 carries, I think they looked out of place almost.
Yeah,
like it didn't suit their aggressive style. This is a team like they need to play off their momentum. It's like the players as a whole in C, they're really crazy and run at you. And you want to sort of play how you perform in pubs, because honestly, these players are gods in pubs. They make it like a pub to win the game.
Yeah.
There's one big upside that EG has in this as well. You know, you're going up against volatility of Southeast Asian teams, Southeast Asian pub players. They got 2 of their own. They got Abed and Ice Ice Ice.
That is true.
They got their own flair there. It's gonna be our Mel versus Abed. I think that's very exciting.
It's also sort of strange because despite EG having these YOLO players, I think a lot of people say Ice 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 is like top tier in the YOLO category. I think EG as a team, they're the most like how do I say, like they want to play a perfect game of Dota team. Like if you talk to them how they think about Dota, it's like, okay, we won this game, but how we played should have been like this, and they want to make it perfection.
That's one rotation on mid, it was suboptimal. Go again. Right back. Yeah.
No, they'll look at Dota that way for sure. it's sort of a contrast to someone like, say, OG. They want to win Dota by making their opponent mess up because they're just playing so much pressure. Like it's a very stark contrast between those two particularly.
How would you describe the style of play for TNC or for Southeast Asian teams if you're going to compare it to the style of EG like that?
Oh, it's a polar opposite, I think, right?
Well, like for example, TNC, they're a team that picks Beastmaster offlane still, and it's the idea of they play your lane, and it's so easy to rally around this hero, and that's kind of right now when I see these two openings like EG, they want like a nice laning phase, but they're not going to be like running around the map doing anything. They want to be able to react to engagements. But that's why I want to see like a Pangolier, for example, for EG, like perfect counter rotation hero, and then TNC, they're going to want to farm stacks and then instantly cross the river, apply pressure, and go and fight.
Evil geniuses turn to pick.
All right, we got ourselves an Earth Spirit coming out.
Nice.
That's another run at you hero right there.
Yep.
If Bristleback gets to a good start, as you said, he manages to farm an Aegis stack, I can see these three heroes just moving around and completely causing chaos. I think a lot of the game plan between these two teams right now is just TA is going to place a lot of traps around her Ancients, and TNC are trying to break that EG triangle.
Yeah, the value of TA and the reason why it's so good is because of simply the traps. Like, you used to always just put it on runes, but now people are moving the traps to being more like truly vision based. Like, you have it on the entry to jungles, the exits, you put them in popular smoke areas, just so if you do get that clip of vision of a POS 5, you check his inventory, 2 wards sentry, you're going to find where he's going to place them quite quickly. So yeah, TA is, the stonks on that hero is going up.
And
so
I think Abed in particular, even when I coached him on Fnatic back in like 2017, I always thought he was the best TA trap user. He's just a very Ooh,
This is
that was a
fight.
fast.
That was-
They
yeah.
knew what they wanted.
Yeah, they know.
It's a good TA counter actually.
Turn to bad.
An instant Mars. Okay,
Ah,
I love
this is planned, right?
exactly. This feels very scripted.
And
I-
Mars is actually one of the highest win rate heroes from the group stage.
believe it.
Wildcards, I should
But I
say.
love it here in this position because you have heroes who play around movement with the Darkseer, and also the double value of against Bristleback. When you spear him to the wall, you can actually then you have some way to manipulate his kind of positioning. You're turning the back away, so it's that counter aggression.
For sure. EG's lineup is very set up to like burst one hero and then kite the fight out.
Yep.
I think that's what you want versus really run at you heroes. How Dota works is if it's full 5v5, it's really easy to move forward or backwards as a team. If EG are able to make TNC only have 4 heroes at the start of the fight, they'll be able to kite them really well with traps. I don't know why it is particular. I think it's just like you have more spells, right? Like every hero has a slow stun, some impact.
But I guess the main thing is though TNC, they have a way to punish the Mars, right? If Mars ever wastes Arena, that's a pretty hefty cooldown on a spell that is so instrumental in their team fight right now. If he